All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight for our April 4th show and tell. It's so light out. It's kind of deceiving that it's show and tell time. Um, are we on our 3-year anniversary by any chance?
We must be looking at the calendar. It says
3-year anniversary online show and tells. For Gladys, I think Chris and Jackie know, but we started these online in the beginning of the pandemic, and we were holding them every Tuesday and Sunday, so twice a week.
Is it always, or it's sometimes in person, sometimes
well, it was pandemic time, so everything was on Zoom. We used to have, before the pandemic, we had show and tells at Vince and Anita's house, actually. I think we'll start something up again as soon as we have enough bandwidth, because we're getting a lot of programs up and running to do something at the gallery. But right now, this allows us to welcome people from all over the country, because we actually usually have Ron who calls in from, where does he live? Cleveland?
Indiana, maybe?
Indiana?
Somewhere in the Midwest.
Somewhere east of here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jenny, the pre-pandemic show and tells, in-person show and tells were like this. They were like a more intimate group. There would be 6 to 12 people.
It's true.
Yeah. Instead of the monstrous waves of people that came in post-pandemic.
Yeah, this one is really nice and sweet. So let's see. We are doing Cameraless Photography, but first, Anita or Vince, do you have any EBPCO announcements for us?
I'm laughing because it's like, yeah, we could use the next half hour to talk about everything that's happening. But the easy way to figure out what is happening now, if you're watching this online in the future, is to go to our website, which is ebpco.org. I'll put that in chat, but EBPCO.org. But yeah, we've got a really great show of Polaroid photography up at the gallery down at 8th and Harrison. It's an open call if you want to bring by your own Polaroids or instant photos to share. We have a wall of public portraits and photos. There's our website, ebpco.org. We
also, sorry, I'm going to pipe in. Just today, one of our volunteers, Anissa, has been doing a workshop with youth ages like maybe 10 to 14, and their photographs are now hanging in the gallery also.
It's true. Yeah, we have a wide range of photos there. We're building a dark room. We have
there's the new show in the lobby of the building.
Say something about that, Vince.
So we meaning Joey, our gallery manager, also curates the lobby of the Asian Resources Center building that we're in, and so she curated a new show with Chinatown Pretty and a series of portraits with stories. It looks phenomenal. It's incredible. Really stunning show. And the official opening hasn't been scheduled yet, but most of the pieces are up.
It's up for a while, right?
Yeah, up to the end of July.
6 months.
6 months. Yeah, it's really a great show. If you come to visit the gallery, just go into the main lobby of the building. And it's wonderful.
Yeah, lots going on. I put a link to the forum in the chat, but I don't want to take up too much time just talking about all of our things, but definitely visit our website and see what's new. Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, you guys. And just really quick, our next show and tell is May 2nd. We do not yet have a host or a theme. So hopefully we will. I'll be scrounging around asking more people if they don't already know about it. And then after that in June is Film Swap, famous Film Swap, hosted by Anita. And I see Jackie, you're already on there. Gladys, if you don't know about Film Swap, it's super fun where you partner up with someone who shoots similar film, and you shoot a roll of film, and then you trade it with the other person, and they shoot on top of your roll, and you shoot on top of their roll. And we had you might have seen the Swaptastic show at the gallery. Yeah. So anyway, that's, here's Ellen. I'm letting her in. So that's coming up in June. So it's good to sign up sooner rather than later. I actually was trying to sign up before we started here, but then ran out of time. So
Okay. It will be posted on the forum. Yes.
Let's see. Let me put in the chat. I'll put in the chat the link to the show and tell page. And then there's another link, which I will also put in the chat, unless you beat me to it, Anita, for the sign up grid. So if you have any questions, Gladys, about it, and you want to participate, just reach out to any of us and we can help you.
And I can put it in the forum too. So
yeah. Oh, great. That's great. Yeah. So aside from that, today I'm going to hand this over to you, Jackie. Theme of cameraless photography, no camera, no problem. So take it away.
Okay, so I was suitably impressed by the introduction that you had written last time for the diptych show. So I thought, okay, I better prepare something. So I started looking for like definitions of cameraless photography and stuff. And the best one I found was actually on alternativephotography.com, which says cameraless photography is the creation of an image without the use of a camera, such as a photogram, where an image is placed on a coated surface with, for example, cyanotype or anthotype emulsion, instead of a negative, or a chemigram, where chemicals are poured on the surface to create an image. I have an International Center for Photography Encyclopedia of Photography, and it has no entry. It's from 1984. It has no entry for cameraless photography or lumen print. And it has a description of photograms where it says that the early inventors of photography all experimented with placing objects on sensitized materials. So it's, according to that source, the first in about 1799 were Thomas Wedgwood and Humphrey Davy.
Wow.
So it goes way back to the beginning.
Yeah, I wonder, what were those? Do we know?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's 18th century.
Yeah. And of course, William Henry Fox Talbot was known for doing this, using plants and leaves and putting them on photosensitive paper and covering it with glass and letting it sit out in the sun for a couple hours. He called these photogenic drawings.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna Atkins, who of course corresponded with Fox Talbot and was good friends with Sir John Herschel, who invented cyanotype, made the first book that was illustrated with photographs, and those were cyanotype photograms of British algae. And that was in 1843. So mid-19th century. Yeah.
Jackie, I think we've seen a book of hers that was on display at the New York Public Library. And I don't think it was algae, but it was other plants done as cyanotype. And it was exhibited in this very dim room. But
wow.
Yeah, it was the original books.
Wow.
Yeah. Anita, do you remember that from the New York trip? You're on mute.
Yes, I do. That was amazing.
Was it in New York Public Library?
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
2019.
Yeah. And here's one I didn't know about. A German Dadaist called Christian Schad used photographic processes for purely abstract artistic purposes. And his he called his photograms, or another data theorist called Shad's photograms shadographs, which is kind of a play on both his name and the fact that they were made by shadows.
I love that.
Yeah, isn't that great? And Man Ray, of course, with his rayographs in the early 20th century, Moholy-Nagy in the 20th century, which he called luminograms. And then there was actually something on the website of the Victoria and Albert Museum about this. And they list the inventor of the chemigram, which was new to me, which was Pierre Cordier, who is Belgian, born into an industrialist family specializing in cosmetics, especially nail polish. And in the 50s, he wrote a dedication to a young girl by using brushstrokes of nail polish on light-sensitive paper.
What?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh my God. I want to see those.
I want to do that.
Yeah. They're
Totally.
so cool.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And then there are Hiroshi Sugimoto, who uses electricity to make photograms. Alison Rossiter, who's I think English, maybe. I think so. Who collects expired photographic paper, and just the process of it getting old in its package, or maybe having been taken out of its package, makes photograms. And Victoria and Albert also mentions Susan Durges, who, according to this, she was born in the mid 20th century, and during the 90s became known for photograms of water. And the way they described it, it sounded a lot like Megan Riepenhoff's work to me. Anyway, and Adam Fuss created daguerreotype photograms. But not a lot of mention of lumen prints and as a form of photograms, which I'm especially interested in. And I did put some resources on the forum. Somebody at the end of the diptychs show and tell last month asked for resources on lumen prints, and I didn't have a chance to do anything with that before the session closed, but I did put some on the forum. And the person who popularized the term was Jerry Birchfield, who published a couple of books of photograms of lumen prints, one of which he made the images in the Amazon. And so he's like in the field with this old photographic paper. Although it's described, the process is described as almost identical to the way Fox Talbot did it, but I don't know. Anyway, and another contemporary artist who uses the technique is Amanda Marchand, who had work in Analog Forever magazine last summer, who uses but doesn't use the more common plant material. She uses things like books, and so it gets to be this very abstract geometric stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop with the historical stuff there.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
A little class time there. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you for all
It's
that.
my inner academic coming out.
No, I love it. It's really interesting.
Anyway, so I guess this is the part where I show some of mine. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna just be showing lumen prints today. And these are part of a project I've been working on for the last 9 months or so. And Hélène, who is here, and I have been kind of kind of encouraging each other to do this work, and I've learned a lot from her. This is one of the first ones that I did, and I didn't, when I first made one like this, I didn't intend to take 2 pieces of paper out of the package, but my unconscious knew what it was doing, and there they were. So I ended up starting this series of diptychs. Now let's see, how do I move this forward? Because it's the little forward arrow is underneath the, oh, here it is. Okay, it's.
Can you
way to
use
the
your
right.
keyboard?
Yeah, no. Okay. And then this one I started adding some stuff to, and I actually learned this part from Milan. I know I had used some salt in the past before, but this took it to a whole other level, and just using like household substances in these. And this is just one sheet pressed, in a under glass in a homemade contact printing frame.
Is the salt just part of, I mean, does it have any chemical effect, or is it just an object?
I think it's different depending on how much moisture is in there and which paper it is.
Okay.
And perhaps sometimes even the air temperature, hard to tell.
Right, because if it's humid,
Right.
if it's more dry or more, yeah, it would affect.
Right, because I've noticed with some papers, whenever I use salt, it just comes out as little white specks, but other times it kind of spreads out into these little circles, and
Wow. Okay.
you get kind of, I don't know, like stuff like this where you get like lumps and stuff. Anyway, one of the things about this project was I came by a bunch of paper as a inheritance from a friend who died a couple of years ago. And so some of these were kind of memorials to her. And I think of these flowers and bottles and jars. And she made lumen prints using glass. So kind of memorials to her. Okay, this is the first one where I've used a lot of water in the process, and that's something I learned from Ellen.
That's incredibly 3-dimensional. It just has so much going on.
Yeah, because it's like it's not held as flat as it would be by a piece of glass, right?
Right.
There's water on it, so
That's a good point.
Yeah, it does kind of give a more 3-dimensional appearance. I was pretty excited about these. This one's a little more old-fashioned. I have a few that are like this. I'm going to try to just kind of go through these pretty quickly because I haven't gotten very good at editing down collections of them.
They'll go through quickly.
Oh, wow. I don't know if you want to see, 12 of them. At least 12 of them slowly. This one I was kind of excited about. This one got in a show where it got projected on the side of a clock tower.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, I bet that's the only lumen print in that show.
It's the only lumen print that's been projected on the side of a clock tower.
There you go. Yeah,
That's just tremendous.
thank you. Now, this paper makes a really interesting color palette, and I keep using up papers and going, oh no, I'll be able to do this again.
So are you using old expired papers or contemporary papers?
I don't know the age of most of these papers. Some of them are definitely old. Some of them I just don't know.
And do you just have them in your stash, or are you buying them?
I've not bought any. I mean, they're ones that my friend Diane had. And I got a bunch of them when she passed.
And Jackie, this is color paper, various types.
No, these are all black and white papers. Everyone.
What?
I know, it's truly mind-blowing. They're so, like, you are really pushing the boundaries and like really, I mean, I can't even say it.
Speechless.
Speechless.
Thank you. This was one of the first times I tried hydrogen peroxide on it, and I think that accounts for the teeny little crackly things in the middle. But I don't know. I've never replicated that. This one I used a rather different subject than I did for the other ones. I'm not sure if I should say or invite people to guess or just keep going.
Don't say yet.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Okay.
I mean, it changes things when you know, like they're so the abstraction is, I don't know, I feel like it allows us to kind of like dream.
But it's walking that line of abstraction and representation.
Yes.
Where it is, you feel like I know what this is. I should know what this is, but I don't quite.
I don't know if you should, but you may well.
I mean, if somebody wants to know, I don't have to be the decider.
Yeah. Second round, we'll find out.
Yeah, second round.
This is again one of those papers with a really unique color palette. Looks even more different on the sheet below.
Are these on 8x10 paper?
Yeah, they're 8x10 originals.
And you scan them immediately after?
I scan them immediately after. I don't fix these. And I do some lighting adjustments and dust removal. And
I think I asked you this maybe during the diptych one, but what size do you present these?
Well, I'm hoping at some point, I mean, I've scanned them big enough to print them 16 by 20. I don't know how soon that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And actually I'm kind of struggling with printing these right now, because turns out with lumen prints, it's very common, at least if they're mine, for a lot of the image to be very dark with a few little light parts. And that turns out to make the whole thing come out very dark. And so I'm kind of picking the brains of people I know who are good at digital processing. And if anybody has ideas.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll text you someone who might be able to help you.
Cool. Thank you. But like here, like this part here is salt, and
wow,
it's something interesting here. Yeah, this is the last one. So this one got kind of half wet, and at first I thought, oh, it's a fail, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I like this.
Yeah. Wow.
There we go. So that's my pieces.
Jackie, can we flip through again?
Okay.
Just for fun?
Sure.
Just for fun. Oh my God.
This one I was kind of happy with, because I had tried sunflowers before and they came out terrible, and they've actually sometimes come out terrible since, once quite recently, but this one, it was like, yeah.
This is an example. I'm sorry, Jackie, could you go back, please?
Of course. Sorry.
Good example where I feel like, the representational and the abstract are going on at the same time, where, there's that, what I feel like is a flower, like that's very, but then all the craziness around it, that's all is organic, but also completely unknown. Feels organic, but also feels totally like, what could that possibly be? It's the aura of the flower. It's really something.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Sorry, these don't want to all stay the same size when I go from one to the next.
This one's just amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, the funny thing here was that there was like the only moisture came from the flower, which was in fact red. But it's just the way this paper
Mm.
renders stuff when it gets wet. This flower was really, really thick. I didn't know if anything would come out at all.
Okay. Does everybody want to know?
Yeah.
That's a galaxy.
Yes, it is a galaxy. What else? Does anyone want to know what else?
Yes.
I feel like I was thinking it was maybe a rose or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about camellia. Right.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, what is it?
It's a slice of cabbage.
Oh.
Of course.
I should have said that's awesome.
I was about to say that.
Amazing.
Yeah, the next time I tried it, it didn't come out as fun, but it was nice while it lasted.
Mhm.
And these ones like where I found myself kind of combining the different kind of visual themes that I saw early on, like diptych, but not the kind of diptych that I was making at the beginning, for example. And
Mhm.
it's like, okay, something's coming together here. So there you go.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I think Ellen, you're up next.
I didn't put anything.
You can hold it up if you want.
I can.
Yeah.
That's the
people do that
only
all the
way I
time.
have.
Mhm.
I
Ooh.
can't see. It's lumen, but
I'm
it's
gonna
with
pin
films.
you. Hold on. Let me pin you so that everyone can.
Can you see?
Yeah.
That's lumen. That's done with films.
I think you haven't pinned
With
her.
four by five films, 4 of them. And then I go in I fix the film. Then I go to the darkroom. I make a print. I dry it. I wash it, and then I tone it blue.
Hmm.
You need a lot of patience, because the 4 films, they move straight away when you have to put the glass.
So you put the film down and then the plants on top and then the glass on top of all 4 sheets of film.
Yes.
Okay. I missed
Yes,
the
and
beginning, so I just wanted to okay.
I'm really deliberately doing it slow, because the films moves all the time. But it moved. Sometimes it would take me a half an hour to put the film straight, to make the lumen, and then to make the print in the darkroom.
Yeah.
The same process again. I have to wait, to do it half an hour. I
Wow.
have
Beautiful.
the same process.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried where is it? I had the yellow. It's the same, but it's a yellow toner. Whoops, you can't see.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, shit.
Oh, your
the
webcam
other
wants
way.
to brighten it up.
Ah,
There we go. That's pretty good. That's
yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, I'm not. I don't know where they are. I threw a lot of them away. but I'm not prepared actually. I did some with a bowl, a glass bowl, lumens, but can't see. This is another thing. I put the paper. I did the lumen. I put the paper, black and white paper, the wrong side to do the lumen. Oops,
Mhm.
shit, and it came out like shit.
That's good
Pink
right
and
there.
Yeah.
pink
good.
and green and stuff, and I was like, oh. So now I do it on purpose.
So
I
you put
put
it on the back side of the paper.
yes, I
Ah,
did. I by mistake.
by
I
mistake,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, the first. Can't see. You
I mean,
can't.
in a way, that's kind of like your initial mistake, quote unquote mistake, Jackie, like
Yeah,
pulling two pieces out accidentally. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is that, your unconscious knows what it's doing too.
Yeah.
I'm glad your
Yeah.
unconscious knows what it's doing.
I'm sure yours does too.
I had bowls, but I don't know where they are.
Oh,
But you see it better on my website. Oh, there's
you
one
can share
here
your
with a
website.
bowl.
Should we share your ooh?
Wow, look at that.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
whoops. I
No,
keep
you're good.
going on the wrong side.
Nope, you're good.
That's great.
I keep I just put a bowl on top. I did the lumen instead of putting a glass. I put a glass bowl on top. That's the round, the circle.
Mhm.
And I've been doing that for a few years, just for fun. And this is my beginning. Once let me see. Did that in 2011.
Hmm.
So I've been doing it for a while now, I guess.
Yeah.
There was the this is I use plastic wrap on
Oh,
top.
uh-huh.
That's
Instead of glass.
no, on top of I put plastic wrap, the crap and the plastic wrap, and then glass.
And then glass.
Mm.
Got it.
Sometimes I don't put the glass. I just put the plastic wrap.
Uh-huh.
Because
Okay.
once I was trying to do a lumen with a sunflower, and I was like, I can't squish that in a glass. It's too thick.
Yeah.
So I said, I forgo the glass, and I was like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
So now I hardly ever put glasses on. But yeah, I don't have it on my site. But
Do you want me to screen share your website?
yeah, sure.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
let's do that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
let me
Jackie.
find that. Let me find that while you're talking, and then we'll do that, because I have let me see if I have a link in my email, because otherwise I'll oh.
Yeah, because I don't know how to.
Oh,
I'm a bit technically challenged.
That's
no worries. I'm just used to Zoom at this point.
This another happy accident.
Ooh.
A little-
Yeah.
oh
Oops.
Yeah.
Can't-
Nice.
No, you can't.
wow.
See. It's
Hmm.
it's like talking. They're talking to each other. They're walking or dancing.
Walking
Yeah.
and talking
I
and
forget might be daisies or something. I forget the flower. I'm not a flower person.
and what
When
kind
I say what?
oh, what kind of
What?
paper do you use? Do you use oil paper
It's
or
all
newspaper?
outdated. Sometimes it's I've used bought on eBay old Russian paper,
Ah,
which I have no idea what it is
uh-huh.
because it's all written in Russian, so I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
I just go for it's black and white, and I've bought some color ones, trying to
Yes.
do like a what I've seen a lady that does in England. I ask her what she does because I like her colors,
Uh-huh.
but mine didn't turn out like it is like hers at all. I got the
And
same paper.
yeah. And
This is all black and white
do you
paper.
fix yours or do you?
I used to, but it changed. It changed a lot. The images
Yeah.
changed a lot. The color, so I don't anymore.
And the
I
ones
just scan them.
oh, you just scan them. And the ones that you're
Yeah.
showing us right now.
They're not fixed. Only these are fixed because they're the
Oh.
actual prints. But these are not fixed.
It's so interesting to me that you don't have to fix them, but you've got them right there.
Yeah, but if I put it in a sunlight, it will fade. But here
like
it doesn't
inside with
matter.
your lights in your room, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't matter inside. But even I found out even lumen paper unprocessed paper. If I tried to do it once in daylight by the window and it didn't work. It was you don't have to be in the total darkness, but it has to be shaded sort of.
Right.
I close the curtains and you see what you're doing, but
Interesting.
or
Yeah.
I wait at night and I do it. I turn off the lights or
Oh,
I leave one light and I do it, and I can see what I'm doing.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Interesting.
it's because lumen you leave it in the light for a few hours.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just 10 minutes doesn't affect the paper at all.
Right. It has to be hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because here I do it on the windowsill, I leave it like sometimes 3 days
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh.
on the windowsill. It's outside it would be like 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
But it depends. I think Jackie, you leave it half an hour, something like
Some
that.
of the
Depends where
papers
you
about
are.
an hour, but a lot of them I will leave. Yeah, some of them are like an hour, 2 hours. Other papers 4 or 5 hours. Depends on the paper.
So interesting. Yeah.
It depends on the light
But
as
and I
well.
use a
Where
kind of dim room setting to get them set up as well. I just have
Yeah.
a room that doesn't really have any windows, although it gets a little light through the ceiling.
When I did it in like super dark. Well, I think actually I put a red headlamp on.
There you go. Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
Now I know you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's safe now. You can. I learned from others that they ask questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you learn.
Right.
I mean, all the stuff I put and the plastic wrap I put, I learned from someone else.
Right.
And
Hey,
then I
Jack,
learned
And,
it from
get our
you.
website.
Yeah.
Do you want to share the website and then we can continue chatting?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Here, I got it. Here we go.
Great.
So let's see if I can make that advance to the next one. Probably not. Okay, so I may have to back off and.
It looks like there's an arrow on the right. Is that one not? No.
Is there an arrow on the right? Oh, you know what? I think it may be hiding underneath people's pictures on the right side.
That may
Let's try
be.
your right arrow button.
Try yeah. Right arrow button.
Like right here?
Oh, yep, it works. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this laptop is weird. Okay, so let me know when I should advance.
You can go. Mm.
That's one I'm not sure I've seen that one before. I looked at your website recently. It looks like it's changed again.
I like I told you, I don't know how to get on my photography website anymore, so
That's right.
I haven't changed it in
Maybe
ages.
it hasn't changed then.
I have to make another one.
But I mean, that's again the thing with the plastic wrap. I learned that from you.
But I learned that from someone else.
Yeah, well, we all learn from one another, right? It's a good thing.
Yes, it's pass it along.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you can see them better now. These.
Oh, there's one on film.
Yeah, there's one on film, and no, that's not film. That's paper.
Okay.
I put 4 sheets of 5x7 paper together
Wow.
just to see what it would do.
I love that experimenting.
I had the 5x7 paper, and I was like, oh, why not put them all together and see?
That's great. I think that I think that's the last one.
Might be. I think there's only 9 there.
Beautiful.
I was looking for something today, and this is, whoa, I found more that where you,
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to
that's
stop
it.
sharing, Jackie, and she can hold a couple more up?
That's fine.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's see.
All right.
Oh, I'm here. Oh, okay. This is a calla lily leaf.
Oh wow, look at the detail in that.
It's like a
Yeah.
leopard leaf.
That's 2012 I did.
Beautiful.
That's ages.
Yeah.
It was hiding somewhere, and I thought I threw them all out. That was I think that was an experiment on this warm tone Alfred, I think it was.
Hmm.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't write anything on the bottom. The rest is just, it's my debut. Beginning. See, I don't have any that I used to fix. You can see the back of the paper. Here you can't see, but it's more yellow with age. It's more yellow, but
Yeah.
I mean, these are done not fixed in 2014 or 12, and
That's unbelievable.
the image is still good.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And that's with the green. Whoops, again. Well,
Those green balls.
no, the green onion things.
Oh yeah, chives.
Chives, yes,
Chive
that's
blossoms.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it did flowers, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So when I see a flower now, I think lumen.
You and me
I was
both.
like, oh, that would make a good lumen.
Yeah.
See, that's another type
That's
of
like
flower.
me with tintypes.
Yeah, I wish I could try that.
Yeah, Jenny's
That's what you call it? These big bowl flowers.
looks
Oh,
like maybe a hydrangea.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
See me with names.
Yeah,
So
well, you know, it's my first language. I mean,
yeah. Well, even in French, I give them strange names, funny names, and I can't remember sometimes the real names for it. Now I have to translate it in my head. See, here you can see it was a really hot day. You can see here before I added anything.
what's happening? What are you pointing out?
This the moisture really hot with the glass I put in the sun made the moisture.
And is that the dark browner colors? Is that what?
This oh, here I can see what I'm doing.
I feel like I can see it, but I'm not sure what
around here.
Oh, okay. I don't think we can see it through the camera. It's beautiful anyway.
Can you see it now?
Oh.
I can.
There's such depth.
Yeah.
The thing.
So there's like condensation drips or
Yeah,
something.
that's
Uh-huh.
condensation. Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Well, I
Well,
don't.
that's it.
That's great.
I could go on for ages.
Oh, well,
Those
we
are
should.
beautiful.
I love looking at your work. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great.
We should probably give
Oh
Gladys
yeah,
a turn.
I'm gonna run the
Yes.
spotlight. There we go.
Thank you so much for sharing. Those are lovely.
Yeah.
Nice. What, you still waiting for me to say something? What?
Nope. We're going. We're
Okay.
gonna go to our next
You were
person.
rustling, that's why.
Yeah,
look
I'm
like a
trying to
speaker.
put the paper.
So the
It's-
next. Oh, sorry. I'm. I'm sorry, Jackie. I'm
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think it's Gladys, you're up next if you're ready. Okay, you're on mute and I see your.
I don't have anything to share. I'm just interested in the topic, so I hopped into the Zoom.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
Okay, sorry. I thought when I saw you on the sign up list, I thought you were signed up to present something.
No,
Okay.
I don't know if I have signed up. But just
Oh, I saw your name. Really big.
I thought
You
this
signed
is
up.
to sign up for the
Oh, to show up.
yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, those sign up. It's open for anyone. You
Okay.
never have to sign up to join the Zoom.
Okay.
The sign up is if you want to share work along the lines of the theme,
Got it.
but not to worry at all. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
And I guess that leaves me.
Yes. it's your
And
turn.
I feel so like you guys' work is so beautiful, and my work is very like this is stuff I did in 2020 during the pandemic when I learned what a lumen print was and started playing around. And I might have shown them before, but it's been 3 years, so maybe you've forgotten them. I've even forgotten them. And then I'm also going to share some cyanotypes that I made last year, just about this time, a year and a month ago when I went to Landers. So, let me make sure. Okay. I really am like feeling insecure because your guys' work was so incredible. But,
Either one of us can make make tintypes. So.
Can you see it now that I've made it full screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Oh,
these are lumen prints. And I was using, because I think I remember hearing that it was better to use expired paper or old paper. So these are, I have just like a cabinet full of old paper from my dad because I used the darkroom he built before I was born.
Nice.
So
Lucky.
yeah, super lucky. So these are just lumen prints. These are like, those
Spiders?
no, these are those weeds that are growing that dry, and if you pull your finger
Foxtails.
It looks like spiders.
yeah, they're little, they're like this big. They're like this
Foxtails.
big.
Like daddy long legs.
Well, it's funny because I picked them from some walk or hike I took years ago, like 8 years ago, and I put them in a bowl in my studio, and I was like, I want to make tintypes of these someday. And then when I started playing around with lumen prints, I finally pulled them out. This is one.
How they look like little alien creatures.
They really do. It's funny. You know how it is when you make your own pictures, all you see is what it actually is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is why I didn't want to know what yours was, Jackie.
But these are dancing. They're lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing level of fine detail in those.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to photograph them. But of course, I couldn't have known that this is what they were going to look like.
Yeah.
And then this is one where the flower plant adhered to the paper. You can see like the paper tore where I tried to remove it, not really knowing what I should do. And I should say too that I fixed all of these because I didn't know I thought you were supposed to. It didn't occur to me not to fix them.
Did you notice the color changing?
I did, and it really pissed me off.
Bingo. Well, for your next batch, you don't have to fix them.
Yeah. And then, so the previous ones were on this really old, I think it was Agfa, old Agfa paper, like the little sheets. They're like this. This is just, I think, on RC paper, probably Ilford or something.
They're like little cottonwood leaves.
Yes, they are. And these are 4 8x10 sheets. But I kind of put them all together down, and then I placed the leaves and placed a big piece of glass down. And because I was kind of imagining them as a mosaic, like putting them back together again, or not. I don't know. I was just playing.
Awesome either way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have that
Yeah. The condensation.
condensation, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is the oregano, or it's kind of like fake oregano that is like a weed in my yard.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful.
Nice.
Like if you're not annoyed by it when it takes over and you actually look at it, it's really pretty.
I think weeds should be redefined.
Absolutely.
Weed is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have pictures of the dandelions that's in the magazine, a black and white magazine.
Oh,
your dandelion picture is just
Yes.
amazing.
My dad said, "Why are you taking picture of weed?" I was like,
it's gorgeous.
"It's beautiful."
Yeah.
And I took it with a Holga as well, a Chinese camera, like plastic camera.
this speaking to that is of a weed that I pulled, and I loved the root structure that was with it. And I think this might have been like right around the genesis of a series that I'm calling My Weeds, that I'm making 2 types of, because they're so beautiful. But when I pull them out, the whole root structure comes out too. And so then
Yeah.
I like how it looks like it's glowing, like it's electrified.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny. This is bringing me back to our lockdown time, and I don't know why I was so into this, and then I just stopped. I don't really know why. And I'm getting into it. So that's the stuff from Oldie Timey. And now I'm going to share the cyanotypes from last year.
Nice.
These are also like, I really hadn't done much cyanotyping. I actually made the paper with Josie Islin, who's an incredible cyanotypist. So we made the paper, and in preparation for a trip that I went down south to Landers, which is near Joshua Tree, where a friend of mine was staying. So we made she was on a residency. She made some cyanotype paper. I made cyanotype paper here, and then we hung out together for a handful of days and made cyanotypes. So
Nice.
these are like really, really experimental. I knew that I was planning to just take the sand and the dirt and put it on the paper and see what would happen.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that one.
Stars.
Oh, exactly. It looks like a constellation.
I was thinking of that.
I was really,
It's like the sky.
I was getting really excited about it because I just didn't know at all what was going to happen. And I don't really know why some of those, like what some of the speckles are kind of blue instead of white. Jackie, maybe you can tell me.
I'm guessing maybe some of the dirt was more translucent, or maybe there was some moisture in it.
Okay, yeah.
And the white would be just more dry and
Maybe bigger pieces. Yeah.
maybe bigger pieces. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've used like salt on
Uh-huh.
cyanotypes.
Uh-huh.
And usually it just comes out white,
Interesting.
even though
Yeah.
it's, it gets quite small.
So that's it. And this one is actually I'll go back along because that last one is actually bigger than my scanner.
Wow.
See, this looks like a broom.
Yeah.
A witch
Yeah, a
broom.
witch's broom. Yeah, there are pine trees, or maybe there were like pine trees around the house, and we were just using elements from the.
Oh yeah, I see the pine tree now.
Yeah. That's great.
But yes.
Like this is them. So this is the biggest one, which I couldn't get the whole thing on the scanner.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Nice.
I love the kind of constellation of it. So
Exactly. I
it does look-
loved the constellation component. That like totally blew me away. And then these ones are smaller,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I love them.
Nice.
But yeah, it's funny that like white and then blue, like the white in this one and the blue in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're quite different in that respect.
But I was pretty happy, like just seeing what would happen. I mean,
There's a certain amount of unpredictability in this, and that's part of the fun.
it was just pure play because I just didn't know anything about what was going to happen. So that was fun.
Thank you, Jenny. Well, I think that about wraps it up, doesn't it? Is there anything more we should get to, or things people would like to comment on or discuss at this point? Is there more EBPCO news that we should talk
You know
about?
what? Actually, I would like to let you all know, Jackie and Ellen, you do not need to take take these because but we're going to be doing we've got a upcoming workshops in June and I think in August on lumen printing and cyanotype by Brenna, one of our newish volunteers who's very involved in the new darkroom, but she's got a ton of experience in this also.
Excellent.
Anyway, so Gladys and anyone else who is here, Chris, me, you, those workshops should be announced shortly. I'm in the final stages of securing, like getting all that information down. But if any of this is inspiring to you, this summer there will be opportunities to learn how to do lumen printing and cyanotype. And it could be at our darkroom and it could be at our gallery, details to be determined. So
Well, that's exciting. I'm glad EBPCO's doing that.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. Yeah, kind of along the lines of we had Nico doing a lighting workshop, and it's actually 3 parts. Jan and I actually did a framing workshop last month, and we've got Dr. Film, this is just if any of you are interested, if you use cameras, Dr. Film is in the house. That is, I think, in May, right? Is it our May workshop? I think it's May. Because we have 3 Nicos in April.
It is May 13th. May
May
13th.
13th. Yeah. And what that is if you have a camera and are having any, you have a problem with it, it's not working, or you don't know how to use it, but it works. Anything at all, you can just show up. And Phil will, and also Sergey will help you shoot through
Yeah,
Sure.
film cameras specifically, but yes.
film cameras specific. But any questions at all, even if something's broken in there, bring it in. Sometimes you can fix it yourself. They'll show you how. Anyway, yes, workshops. Anything else?
I'm just looking at things here.
Well, thanks, Jackie, so much.
Thank
It was
you.
a great show and tell. And thank you everybody for showing up and being here. It's always just a great experience and learning.
There's another chat.
Thank you, Jenny.
Alrighty. So we're gonna sign out early tonight. It's 8:09. Enjoy your evening, everybody.
8:09. Oh, it's past 10 o'clock. It's probably 11.
Only 11 there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Eleni.
Bye, everyone.